Hello listeners, Ty here. I purchased a small van and will be using it to travel around the country, driving at night and on weekends, staying with friends along the way, sleeping out of the back here and there too. If you're interested in following along, I'll be releasing episodes like this one, more or less as I go, so you can experience the trip more or less as it's happening. My first stop when I arrived at Brooklyn was to see my good friend Bene, who runs a record shop in Red Hook. Bene is the man, and I wouldn't miss a chance to rendezvous with him. His shop also sells used books, and the van library was looking trim, and I needed some help there. Bene, of course, was there to help out. Bene Coop, Red Hook. Back together finally. I got some books from the ever-changing record shop library.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by.
Thanks for seeing. Good to see you. American Indian poetry.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
Richard Brodigan.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you chose.
Tell me about him.
I mean, you're gonna have to tell me about him. I think that's the whole point.
Yeah. I got the Dalai Lama.
You got the Dalai Lama, which somebody brought to the shop as a gift. So I'm returning it. That's free.
That's fitting.
For free.
That's fitting.
That's free. We keep
the
gift moving. So these are books for your road trip.
Yeah.
You got All the Pretty Horses, Cormac McCarthy. I've never read this one, but I love Cormac and his imagination. I was so impressed with Sutri and close to that, and his imagination in Blood Meridian, that I went and bought the same typewriter that he uses, the Latera 22. I wanted to find out everything about Cormac McCarthy.
Wow. Do you still have it?
Yeah, I got the Latera 22. It's nice. You can find them. You got Meetings with Remarkable Men by Gurdjieff. The Wild Mystic, Music Maker, Polymath. I guess I recommended this one just because it seemed close to what you do in recording people and finding or referring to life as the teacher.
Yeah.
You know, referring back to life.
Thank you, Bene.
Beautiful little volume with Brodigan. He always puts the cute hippie girl on the cover. And it's his poems. Kind of little meditations. The Pill versus the Spring Hill Mine Disaster. Yeah, sometimes he rings it, Brodigan. Other time, I mean, you report back.
Sure.
Let me know how you feel on that.
Poems are good too when you're going to bed, hopping in. Maybe you're tired. Just pump some creativity in the brain before you send away.
Absolutely. Then you chose the American Indian, more poetry from the American Indian, some anthology of songs and chants, which I think is going to be, I'm sure, helpful.
Yep. Good stuff, man. And tell me about, if you're willing to, the plans, some of the plans for the shop. For
the shop, yeah. So you haven't been by the shop in a while. It's changing, taking over the back room in the shop, which used to be the salon.
Yeah.
And the idea is to fortify the place, really make it. You know, I think it's a weird time. A lot of people in flux.
Yep.
Either going deeper in or abandoning ship. I think I just want to get back to the some of the early reasons why I opened up the shop in the first place, which was to be a community spot.
Yeah.
And so we're just kind of returning the emphasis to education. I'm taking over the back room. I'm going to clear that stage so it's not always so cluttered.
Yeah.
It'll just appear as a stage. The basement's getting fixed up to be just a little more hospitable for lessons and for jamming.
Yeah.
And then we'll have the back room, which used to be the salon. Now will be my little office and also a space like a headquarters for whatever we turn the shop into.
Cool.
So
maybe like some teaching, some recording, some lessons.
Right. The idea is to really be of use to the immediate environment. Definitely provide a space for kids, that feel out of place in their own neighborhood, and maybe don't have access to music education. So because this shop already has like this core group of great jazz players that play there and that don't get to perform all the time,
Yeah.
we'll also get to employ them and provide good teachers for these kids that are around and, you know, don't have immediate access to good music education.
Wonderful.
And yeah, we'll keep it going.
Yeah, and speaking of kids, I understand there's a new one in your life.
And we got the baby, so yeah. Well, I also take over the back, so that'll be my little spot for new baby Leela.
Leela Coopersmith.
So she's gonna be our new. She's be growing up in the shop, and I try to make a hospitable environment for her and all the babies.
Yeah, what a good
Babies
place.
of all stripes.
Good place to grow up. Beautiful little Leela. Met her last night. Congratulations.
Yeah, come by
brother.
the record shop and see the little bodega cat, Leela. We call Leela.
Oh, she'll have music in her soul. I
Yeah.
bet she already does, but man, growing up in there, what better place?
We're excited.
Good stuff,
We're
man.
excited, man.
Well, thanks for doing this.
Love you.
Love you, buddy.
Now we get back in.
After that, I went to see another friend, Justin Christenson, who owns and operates his trousers company, Hertling USA, out of Sunset Park in Brooklyn, although he's on the way to move the whole operation to Fall River. Justin and I had a beer, toasted his impressive roller coaster year that he's had, and also to my road trip adventure newly underway. Here's Justin. What's going on with Hertling? Let's start there.
Okay. So Hertling's survived COVID, and I couldn't be more grateful. It's a roller coaster, to be honest with you. The entrepreneurial life of a manufacturer and e-commerce business. And our team is amazing. So not only have we survived and we're healthy and we're well, thankfully, but our business is still going and we're back to making trousers. We're making a lot of face masks still for people in and around New York, all the way to Alaska, all the way to New Zealand, to be honest with you.
Wow.
So, not that I want this for anybody, but I'm thankful that we have been able to make something that is serving a need. And
Yeah.
it's a business opportunity that we're able to serve. In the midst of COVID, believe it or not, we are on our way to Fall River, Massachusetts, which is a decision that actually came about in the midst of COVID when my wife and I were wondering, could we pick Hertling up and move it to a more financially sustainable area where there is a manufacturing community? And we love Massachusetts, and we were blessed to be able to vacation for a couple weeks and consider this in July. And so within a matter of a month, we made the decision to move the factory. Half of our team is moving with us, some of whom have been with Hertling for over 40 years.
Wow.
And I'm so honored. And we found a place to manufacture in the same building where there are other American manufacturers, such as New England Shirt Company and Frank Clegg. And I've already moved my family up there. We have 4 kids. We're starting to breathe fresh air and enjoy that environment. I commute back to Brooklyn while we relocate, and we'll be up there within a month. And so it's good to see you, and I wish you the best. Have fun on your trip, man.
Yeah, thank you, man.
You're driving.
Yeah, driving, living the van dream. I got my Brooklyn Britches canvas trousers. I'll be putting those to the test.
The best ambassador
Yeah.
you could ask for.
And then I'll see you when I get back to Massachusetts, spring, summer 21,
Which is amazing.
just around the corner. So hopefully by then I'll have some stories to tell you.
Amazing.
Thanks, man. Great to see you. Thanks for listening. That was my New York update, having arrived there from Massachusetts, where I began. And now it's off to Asheville, North Carolina, to visit a lifelong friend and get some much-needed assistance on building a bed frame. Here goes.